Hi, I'm Steve Kennedy, and I'm a law student community justice fellow at Greater Hartford Legal Aid. At Greater Hartford Legal Aid, we provide free legal services to income-eligible individuals and families in Greater Hartford, in collaboration with a network of other legal services organizations across the state that provide similar services. As the COVID-19 pandemic wears on and unemployment remains high, more and more Connecticut tenants are at risk of eviction. In this video, I'm going to share some information that may be helpful to tenants at risk of eviction and to the community organizations that work with them. The main topic of this video will be the CDC Eviction Moratorium. At the time of this recording, there's a Connecticut eviction moratorium in effect through December 31st. This means that Connecticut landlords are prevented from starting most types of residential evictions until the moratorium expires. The Connecticut moratorium does not cover all types of residential evictions. It does not apply to tenants whose landlords had already started the eviction process before April 10th, tenants who owed rent prior to March 1st, tenants who are more than 6 months behind on rent, and cases where the landlord alleges that the tenant created a serious nuisance. In some of these situations, the CDC moratorium may provide protection. First, we will go through the situations which are covered by the CDC moratorium and which are not. Second, we will go through who may be eligible. And third, we will cover the steps you need to take to make use of the CDC eviction moratorium. The CDC moratorium covers 3 situations. 1, you are behind on your rent or your lease is up, but your landlord has not started an eviction case against you yet. 2, your landlord has started an eviction case against you in court because you didn't pay rent, your lease expired, or for other no-fault reasons. And 3, you already went to court and lost your eviction case over not paying rent or not moving out at the end of your lease, but a marshal has not evicted you yet. Basically, as long as your risk of eviction is because you have not paid rent or not moved out at the end of your lease, and you have not moved out yet, your situation may be covered. The CDC eviction moratorium does not cover situations where you're being evicted because your landlord says you're involved in criminal activity, threatening the health or safety of other tenants, or breaking the rules of your lease. If your situation fits one covered by the moratorium, you still need to qualify. To qualify for the moratorium, you need to fit each of the following. 1, you expect your 2020 income to be less than $99,000 or less than $198,000 for 2 adults. You did not have to report any income on your 2019 taxes, or you received a stimulus check. 2, you cannot pay your full rent because of substantial income loss or medical bills. 3, you or the people in your household would likely become homeless or be forced to live in close quarters in someone else's home if you were evicted. 4, you promise to make timely partial payments as close to your actual rent as you can. And 5, you've made your best efforts to apply for government rent and housing assistance. For more information on government rent and housing assistance, call 211 or visit www.chfa.org/TRHAP. If you think you're covered by the eviction moratorium, every adult in your household needs to fill out a declaration form found at this website. If you have access to a printer, the form can be printed from the website, but if you don't, it's okay to copy the form by hand. On this form, you state that you meet the criteria I discussed earlier. This declaration should be reviewed carefully before signing because it must be signed under penalty of perjury, meaning that there could be criminal consequences for giving false information. Once you've filled out the form for each adult in your house, give it to your landlord by email, mail, or hand delivery as soon as possible. If your landlord has already started an eviction case in court, you need to also send a copy of the declaration to the court. Be sure to save copies of everything that you give to your landlord, either scanning it or copying it, or by taking pictures with your phone. If you have questions about this process, more information is available at the displayed website, or you can call Statewide Legal Services at 1-800-453-3320. You can also call GHLA directly at 860-541-5000, or you can stop by my remote office hours, which you can find at the displayed link. Again, I'm Steve Kennedy, law student and community justice fellow at GHLA. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for your time.